Okay, so tonight we are making another sort of Asian meal, which is fun because it's fun stuff from the garden. We have spinach, we have mushrooms. Not that many of us grow mushrooms in our garden, but it's just nice a spring thing, especially if you go after morels. Or if you happen to stumble upon one morel and then you look around you and they're everywhere. I don't know if anyone's ever been morel hunting before. But you're looking for them, you can't see them, and then you see one, and then you see 1,000 of them. That's the way morels are. They're amazing. They just go, here I am. But those come up in the spring. They're very lovely. So if you can get morels, that's awesome in this dish. Just make sure you clean them because there's always ants in morels because they're so sweet. And then peas. Now, what I've done today, because my Jonathan, the produce guy, it was funny, I was downstairs. So I come to find out that he didn't have ginger. The whole basket of ginger was gone. And it was like, oh my goodness, Jonathan. I said, do you have ginger? No. But he said, what I do have is dried ginger. It's here somewhere. So this is dehydrated ginger. It's just like the cilantro. It's like the salad seasonings that we use. That's dehydrated. Pretty simple. And you can just have this, it's shelf stable. And so what I did, the recipe calls for like 2 tablespoons of grated ginger. And so I just kind of pulverized a tablespoon of ginger. This is a little more because I've got some more to use in my salad dressing over here too. So just make just kind of pulverize or grate fresh ginger. This makes things in your knuckles really happy. Okay. Now I'm just going to add a few drops of water to this to hydrate it. So it's easy to work with in just a few minutes. I'll put that there. I'm going to be using this board for chicken in just a second, so I'm going to go ahead and chop these Bella mushrooms, baby Bellas, baby cremini mushrooms. And this is going to go into our sushi rice. Now, Judy was asking me if the bag says sushi rice. And sure enough, the bag says nishiki is the rice. This is again down on aisle 4 where all the international foods are. And it says perfect for sushi rice. So this is a short grain, very sticky, high gluten rice. So it's wonderful for rice bowls. It's great for what we're doing here tonight. If you want a sweeter rice, you can use the jasmine rice. Also short grain and sticky, like this. No, but it does not come in a minute box. It's only it's pretty simple. It really, really is very simple. In 20 minutes, and it's all gone. And then the other thing you can do is just go down and ask sushi for 2 cups of rice. You can go down to our sushi people because they've already got their rice already made and dressed and everything. Yeah, so you can. I went and asked Josh before I came up and told you guys that, so they wouldn't go, oh, no. We're not giving you any of our rice. So yes, you can go and get rice from the sushi people. They're happy to do it for you. They've had it, they use it all the time, and they're willing to share. Just with you guys, though, because you're my class. Okay. So I've got the mushrooms kind of chopped. Now, creminis or baby Bella mushrooms are just small portobello mushrooms. That's all. So they're very meaty. They've got a wonderful quality to them. They're really wonderful with rice and peas. Okay, I've already made some chicken. Now I'm going to make, I'm going to show you guys how to do this chicken. Move my stuff off the table. All right. I'm going to start this back up here. I'm actually going to do something off the menu, not on the menu, because I can't let this fond sit here. I can't. So when I'm finished these 2 pieces of chicken, I'm going to add a little sake and a little chicken broth, and pull that fond up, because it's just a sin to waste that fond. I can't do it. You wouldn't do it either, would you? No. No one would put that in the wash except my husband. Well, you can use white wine, you can use vinegar, you can use anything. If you want to use the rice wine, you can. It just pulls the fond off the bottom of the pan. And of course, it's very chefy. Okay, chicken. All right, so this chicken is Amish chicken, and it's breast from downstairs, and this is what it looks like when it comes out of the package. I've poured off all the fluid that's in the package. I've patted it dry. So there's that. What I'm going to do is take off that tenderloin. I'm going to take this tenderloin off, that's right here. It's right where this tendon is, right here. I'm going to take that tenderloin off. These are also commonly known as chicken fingers. Okay, so the tenderloin is off. I'm going to do something else with that in just a second. But I want, okay, see this, the breast, just like always, you know, there's a large lobe at the top and a small lobe at the bottom. I want it to be flat. So I'm going to kind of beat the bejiggers out of it here. Move stuff over. I don't want to do it on the grill because I get in trouble. Can you guys still see it if I move it off? Well, I'll move it back on. Okay, so what I'm doing is, because if I start hitting on this too hard, I'm going to get in trouble. So I can't do that. But what I want to do is I want to flatten that lobe out. You guys have done this before, right? You flattened out chicken. But you've probably used like plastic bag or something. But I have a washing machine, so I'm just going to put this in the washer after the cutting board. So see, this flattens this down. When you pound chicken, you don't pound it straight down. You pound it and move away from it, so it actually flattens it out. You try hard not to break the membrane of the breast. And you just want to get it, just make sure it's kind of nice and flat so it all cooks at the same speed. Then what I'm going to do is move it back over to the grill top so everybody can see. Lower my pan just a little bit. Okay. Now I've got this ginger that's been rehydrated. I want to make a pocket in the chicken breast. So I go from the lobe that was opposite of the tenderloin, and I make a pocket. You can also do this with bone-in skin on chicken breast. You put the ginger under the skin. If you have bone-in skin on chicken breast, you can of course always do this as well with chicken thighs, which you guys know is my favorite. Okay. because you really have to do a lot with chicken breasts because they really have no flavor. Okay, so I put the ginger in the chicken breast. This ginger is going to go into the dressing. So I poured it into the chicken breast. I didn't want to use my hands. Okay. And this is nice and hot. I'm going to sprinkle a little salt and pepper on this. And the tenderloin. And this other little guy that I had done earlier. Cracked pepper. The tenderloin, I'm going to add powdered ginger to. So we can still use it, just like, you can actually just add more ginger to the chicken breast too. No big deal. Nice and hot. I'm going to turn this pan on back here. This will give me my spinach pan. I'd only salted and peppered one side of the chicken, so now I'm going to do the other side because I put the salted, peppered side down. And now I want to do the other side. No sugar in this tonight, Frida. None. Even the not even the coconut. The sweetest thing in here is coconut. And there is a little sugar in the coconut. Just a little though. All right, so that's going to be cooking, and I'm going to go on to, I'm going to dress the sushi rice. Bless you. That pan is hot. Bless you, honey. In this measuring cup, I have a 1/4 cup of rice wine vinegar. I'm going to add some olive oil, tablespoon of olive oil, tablespoon of soy sauce. Minced garlic. Yikes. I swear, sometimes these things just don't work right. Little minced garlic and then ginger. The rest of that ginger. Some of that. Ma'am? You mean, where do you find it? It's in produce. This is kind of nice. I'll do some more stuff with that in a minute. Okay, so I know it's ready because it's lifting off the pan really easy. If your chicken doesn't lift off the pan really easy, that means the proteins haven't gelled on the bottom and it's going to stick. So meat always tells you when it's ready to be turned, just because it's easy to lift off. Okay. This is going to be for the spinach and sesame oil and seeds. Add the spinach. Okay. So I'm going to put our sesame oil in the pan. This is toasted sesame oil. We use this a lot here. Toasted sesame oil. You put the sesame seeds also in the pan. You can use, these are, you can also use black sesame seeds, but these are just regular white sesame seeds, as many as you want. It's a pretty quick meal. Nothing much to it as far as getting it on a table pretty quickly. I want the sesame seeds to get a little brown before I add the spinach to it. So has anybody tried make those crab cakes yet? As simple as they were. What? Oh, yeah. We loved them, Beth. They're great. Thank you. We'll have to make those again sometime. At a new class, a different class. I took them downstairs to the kids. Okay, these are starting to brown up, so I'm going to go ahead and add the spinach. Oh, we had the noodles last week, right? We had those noodles last week, and we had a lot of people, and I fed a lot of people with just that little bit of noodles. It was great. I actually had some left over and took them downstairs, and the people downstairs just loved them. Thought they were so good. Spinach is in. I just want to get this all coated. Okay, I'm going to hit the spinach. Again, this is off your menu. It's not on it. Sorry. With a little of this rice wine vinegar, because I just like vinegar and greens. Don't have to do that if you don't want to. Okie dokie. Okay, that looks pretty dang good. Big. We were going to serve an army tonight. Pretty good. You guys hungry? I hope you always come to these classes. What? I hope you always come to these classes nice and hungry. Because it doesn't even matter if you don't like the food. If you're hungry, you'll still eat the dang stuff. It's okay. Yeah, Beth, loved it. I can't hear you. I've got sizzle in my chin. Sorry. Hold on a second, Judy. What?
I've always been afraid to put hot food right on the metal tray.
No, it's okay. This is a catering thing. It's gone through so much junk. Seriously, it's gone through so much stuff. Mushrooms. Butter, olive oil, butter. Yeah. This is how I cook at home too. I just don't have an audience except for a dog. For a very long time. It's something that's actually been kind of like vinegar. It doesn't really go. It depends on the quality of the olive oil in the first place. It doesn't really go rancid. So you have lots of time to. No, if you keep it in the refrigerator, what happens is this is pretty cool. You might like this actually. This is the chicken stock I just made with our better than bouillon chicken stock stuff. Get that fond up. It smells good. And then, now what happens is, I mean, this is a little rice, this is a little sake. I'm just going to let that thicken up. Yum, okay. So what happens when you put olive oil in the refrigerator is because it's hydrogenated or non-hydrogenated, it's like butter, it'll firm up. And so lots of people actually use cold olive oil as a spread in lieu of butter.
How do you get it out of the ball when it's cold?
Yeah, well, dig. So I'm gonna let this go. We cut the chicken. I can actually just throw this chicken back in here. Keep it warm while I'm making the mushrooms. Think about cooking, y'all. You just make it up as you go lots of times. What? Aha. Good Lord, yes. It didn't come with geishas. I cooked with sake. Okay, I'm just gonna let this thicken up over here for just a minute. Let's put the mushrooms in the. Am I going too fast for you? You guys know how this works, right? We do this all the time. This, I'm going to start heating up. For coconuts and walnut for our ambrosia. Yum. This is for Santa. This is Santa's chicken. When it comes down the chimney. Okay. Yesterday was National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Did you guys know that? It was fun. We had Megan was in a little cookie outfit. It was so cute. Totally cute. What? Oh, heck yeah, more than one day. Shoot. I tell you one thing, it was really good because it kept all the little munchkins away from our area that usually we just get plowed with little kids coming up asking for cookies. And so I've got my head and hands deep into a slicer and these little eyes over the deli counter going, and I have to stop everything I'm doing. Smelling the mushrooms? Smelling. Add the peas to the mushrooms. As many or as little as you care for. This is a medium high. This is going to be a nice supper, I think. I think it's going to be pretty dang good. That's cool. This is going into the sushi rice. Actually, I'm going to put the sushi rice in. I'm going to go the other way. Put the sushi rice in with the... And Judy will go, well, shouldn't you have put the peanut butter in first before the teriyaki? No, I'm not either. That's learning a little Japanese cooking here. Sorry? Oh, this isn't. This is Southwest Virginia Japanese. Smells pretty good though. It's kind of pretty. Starting to toast. Put a little walnuts in here. Let those toast up. Okay, I'm going to turn down the peas. Okay, now I want to show you how to make the dressing for the ambrosia. Pretty simple. Excuse me. Sorry, Jared. I got pepper in my nose. Okay. This is coconut milk. There's 3 places you can get coconut milk. Actually, there's 2 places downstairs you can get coconut milk. You can get it in this one came from the natural food section, just here on 3. There's also some on 8 in the baking department. And then finally, there's some in the alcohol mixer section. I need to put wasabi in here. Somebody didn't tell me to put wasabi. I totally forgot. Okay, this is wasabi. This is going into the rice. Wasabi is a Japanese horseradish type stuff. If you don't want to get this whole thing, again, you can go hit sushi downstairs and they'll give you a little packet, okay? It's green, it's potent. If you don't want to use it, you can use horseradish. As you can tell, if I'm saying horseradish, it's kind of intense, it can be intense. Okay, so 1/2 cup of coconut milk, full fat coconut milk. I'm using dehydrated orange peel. You guys can use real if you happen to have some available. And then vanilla. This is not going to get really thick like mayonnaise for the ambrosia. It's going to be very nice, but it's just not going to get really thick. It's going to be coating of the fruit and vegetables. No vegetables, just fruit, sorry. I didn't put any vegetables in the ambrosia. Now that looks good. Okay. This is burning coconut. Not in the pan, it's actually on the cooktop. Okay. Now, handy dandy immersion blender. It's up here. You just whisk this until it gets a little foamy. But it's not going to whip like cream. It's just not. It's just not that kind of. It's not that kind of cream. It's very tasty. Very, very tasty. Okay, everything's off? All right. So we have this beautiful salad. Everything's off, off, off. It does thicken a little bit, as you see. This was another batch that I put on earlier. It's quite nice. I butchered another pineapple, like I did last week. But this is the Dole mandarin oranges, because I didn't want to go through peeling clementine. I'm a lazy cow, I'm sorry. Move this to the side. Plate this up. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and plate this up. You guys make sure you get a little bit of spinach at least. I don't want to hear, I don't like spinach. I don't care. You don't. If you don't want to eat spinach, I don't care.
Well, you would think of that much spinach would be a lot of spinach, but when it's
No,
it's just
little bit. Just a
little tiny.
teeny bit. You guys know not to put hot pans in cold water, right? Because your pans go wonka, wonka, wonka. If you do. It's hot. Looks right Jamaican. Okay, there's that. I'm going to bring this over here. This is dried cranberries, oranges, and fresh pineapple with the coconut cream. Lovely. And topped with toasted coconut and walnuts. Seriously, so good. I mean, this is like a 7-layer bar right here.